my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. Welcome. Bringing you guys a reading today from Rainbow Moon here. This is going to be about relationship. A relationship that you're in. Is there a way to save this relationship? Or should you go your separate ways? This is for anybody who's sort of in limbo in their relationship. It's either something that's not happening to take the next step, or there's just some stagnant energy. Either way, we'll dive into this and we'll see sort of how you're feeling, how are they feeling, how your heart truly feels, how their heart truly feels, energy that you share, maybe some lessons that are involved here. What type of connection? Is it maybe karmic? Is it twin flame? Is it soulmate? And then some changes possibly to make, and whatever else Spirit decides to intervene here. All right, so let's get into this. How are you feeling? We've got sudden shock. So something with you didn't see this coming. You might have had roots with this person like for a long time. When I mean roots, I mean that the relationship might have seemed very, very well grounded. And it could have grown a significant amount. But what I'm getting is that the growth has capped off now, or that the tree, like in this picture, has sort of aged. The relationship has sort of aged. It could be that there's no more growth. All the growth that had to happen has already happened. It could be that. It could also be that just the roots of this relationship are sort of being challenged. Your connection is being challenged. It could also be that, once a tree that's old is struck by lightning, it's sort of like a catalyst and there's no going back is what I'm getting. All right, so let's see what else we can get from this, okay? So, how do they feel? How do they feel about this? They've got blinders on. They don't want to see the truth. They also don't want to believe that this might be coming to an end. They're just worried, though, that it's something that they're not seeing. They can't put their finger on it. They can't seem to put their finger on what's wrong either. But they've also got blinders on to the way that they are and the way that they behave. And I feel like it's really hard for them to see what needs to be seen about their behaviors, about the relationship, about where it's going, where they want it to go, what they really want. I feel like they are very blind to the truth. So let's see, how are you feeling? Yeah, you're waiting in vain. I feel like you've done so much waiting that you just can't wait anymore. So, it could be over really nothing, and just this is just like a relationship playing out, the timing sort of playing out. It maybe was never meant to last. It maybe always felt like something was missing, but I feel like this is just you sort of staying in this energy where you're hoping that they change. You're hoping that they make a turnaround with this. You're hoping that the energy shifts and it can turn back to the way it was. I do feel like you're thinking about the past a lot, but I also feel like you're waiting for them to call, or waiting for them to make a move, or waiting for them to give you more action. So in this time, I feel like you may have had to lean on your friends a bit more than normal. It could be too that, Spirit is intervening, saying you should seek the support of your friends, but also listen to their advice, because I feel like you might have friends around you that have kind of been telling you this for a really, really long time, or you've been confiding in them and they're sort of giving you the same answers all the time because they feel like they know, what's best for you, okay? But getting this support is very important right now. New direction. Sometimes we grow apart. It doesn't mean we'll never be together again, but sometimes it's okay to take that break and say, maybe we should just go our separate ways and see where we end up. That's what Spirit's saying here. Spirit's sort of wanting you to push your way into a new way, but you're very apprehensive about that because you feel like it won't be any better. Wherever you go from here, you're really feeling like it won't be any better at all. And you're very scared to go it alone way, and fearing the unknown. And, you're sort of thinking like, well, they're not so bad. I don't really know what's out there right now. What's out there is horrible. It's kind of like that. but denying the fact that you need to go a new way. There's just no other way to go but a new way. Does that make sense? Like, it's in the spirits, in other words, is like, you can't just stay here forever. Spirits, like, you have to try to push through. Like I said in the beginning, it may be one of those things where you have to say, let's go our separate ways and see where we end up. That's what I'm getting. So let's see what else we can get. What else do we need to know? What is their true love feelings towards you? What is their true love feelings towards you? And then I'll pull one for your true love feelings towards them. What is their true love feelings towards you? So we've got receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. So they may have not only said they love you or care, but shown it throughout the years. And you having that connection with this person is very important to you. You feel like you need that. But I also feel like it's turned cold a bit, where they're not giving as much as they used to, or you may be giving more than you used to. So there's not an equal balance here is what I'm getting. But they do care for you. They do want your love in return. Let's see what else they feel. Be willing to express love. Express love to receive love. So what I feel like with that is that it could be that, if this relationship is an older relationship, and I'm saying old in terms of years, I feel like sometimes the intimacy fades away. Sometimes the sexual desire sort of isn't exactly the way it used to be. There's things that I feel like they're longing for from you still. And they may not be as expressive as they used to be, but they feel this still. They still feel that, urge to be with you, that desire for you. All those feelings are still there, but there are some things that have sort of gone like hollow on them, where they're not sure what the next steps are to this. And how are you feeling? Take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. So I don't know if you were the one who maybe made like a little bit of an ultimatum here for this person. But I also feel like you've gone to them a lot. Like you're the one always going to them. You're the one always like trying to get the emotion and the feeling out of them. You're the one that's always trying to help them. I feel like it's sort of like a one-sided kind of thing right now. Express love through gifts. Small tokens of love can convey great appreciation. So I don't know, like if in the past they were just giving you little bits and pieces of things regarding their own love, their self, like the way that they express their love for you. If they sent you a card in the mail just because, or bought you a little gift like out of the blue kind of things. And for some reason, I feel like that gave you a lot of confidence about the relationship. I feel like you're appreciative of their love, but you want more. You're not feeling that way. I feel like you need more expression. You need more, sort of affirmations from this person. I feel like you're just not satisfied like you used to be. All right, let's see what else we're getting. What else do we need to know? Yeah, there's a lot of emotion here. The connection is emotional, okay? And this person in question, they have a hard time expressing themselves. This has been forever with this person. And I just feel like you're kind of sick of it. They don't like to say how they feel because it makes them feel vulnerable. And they don't like to feel vulnerable because then they don't feel strong. And even though they've been with you a number of years, I'm getting a very long-term relationship here, they still can't get past their self to open up. And I feel like intimacy is very important to them. They like to be loved and touched and caressed and hugged and admired by you. But they base the relationship solely on those things. So if something has gone cold, like if you've been struggling with something in your own personal life and you needed that sort of emotional recognition from them, they weren't giving it to you. So they solely rely on you to feed them, if that makes any sense. Yeah, and I sense that, there is sort of like a break here. This is sort of you wanting to like look the other way and look for new ways of being by yourself or single, or you're sort of thinking about that. You're sort of thinking like, how can I do this? Like, what will it be like? I feel like you might have even put feelers out there in the dating world just to see. And that it was unsatisfying as well. So I feel like you're kind of like in a little bit of a no man's land right now. Definitely focusing on the emotions, but I feel like you're sort of detaching from your emotions now. And you're sort of ready to sort of go out into the world and see what there is. I feel like when the beginning card we started and it said like sudden shock, didn't see this coming. I don't get anything here about cheating or anything bad energy. So if that was what was going on, this reading might not be for you. But I get it, just a gist that this has sort of aged, this relationship. It's sort of like it's got to go somewhere. It can't stay where it's at. It's either got to break or it's got to move forward. Let's see. Is it going to break or move forward? Well, I feel like the problems at hand can be fixed. You both have to put the energy in. It can't just be one of you, is what I'm gathering here. I feel like, you both have everything you need in front of you to fix this. But you may need some of your own individual healing, is what I'm getting, like healing yourselves. And really looking at all the aspects of the relationship, all the sides of it, the emotional, the physical, the material, the sexual, all sides have to be examined. And what I'm getting to is that if you are able to admit your faults and start to go on those healing paths, you would be able to fix this. Let's see what else we need to know. Okay. So to me, this is an ending, a sort of inevitable ending. To me, this is saying sort of like a wake-up call. So that verge of being on the ending, like where you're fed up and you're ready to go and your bags are packed, it's a wake-up call for them, okay? I feel like with this particular person, they have to see you go and realize what they had after the fact when it's gone. Like, don't know what you got till it's gone. It's going to be a wake-up call for them. So let's see, will they make any changes, or what can you expect from that? If you decide to go, what can you expect from that? I feel like they will fight for you. But it's going to be hard for you to go because you really don't want to. Deep down at your core, you really don't want to. But you're tired of like feeling like you've lost all the time with this person. Okay? So I feel like if you decide to go and you decide to do this, all the love feelings are there. The real true core of love has not faded. It's just a lot of shit from life, and that when relationships age, these things happen. And I feel like the passion was lost a little bit. So this is, they will fight for you. Okay, but I feel like it needs a significant break. Let's see if I'm right about that. Yeah, because I feel like once they realize you're gone, it's like the sun is going to leave out of their world. Like you're the sun in their world. You're the light in their life. And once you're gone, they're going to realize it and miss it. And it's going to feel very impactful to them. Okay, so let's see during these changes. Is there anything you need to know during these changes? Something for yourself to help you along, something that you might need to work on, something that they might need to work on. So first them, what's something that they need to work on? Okay, look, this could be an actual physical move. I don't know if that was discussed. I don't know if you guys are in a long-term, long-distance relationship, or one of you did move and left the other behind, or vice versa. But I feel like they also need the motivation to just move in life. Okay, so if that's the case, then you did move, or there's some kind of long distance connection going on here. They're going to be in a process or coming into an energy where they think about moving to be near you or closer to you. And that could also be with energy, moving back to being closer in the relationship, being closer. Okay. And it could also be that they just need this kick in the ass to get them moving in life, okay? Because I feel like they're in a stagnation. So let's see for you. What are we getting for you? We got leaving. This is you literally making that decision, I feel like, because you know deep down you really do need to go off and do you, and you want to spread your wings and you want to grow a bit. I feel like, and not to take this the wrong way, but there's other flowers out there. See the butterfly? There's other flowers out there. It's like there's other fish in the sea, so they say. So I feel like, you may explore those options. You may need to put feelers out. You might want to see, maybe not go full-fledged into that right now, but you might want to see what's out there. I feel like you'll leave them a little bit of a crumb trail, and they will be sort of following you or wanting you back or at your heels. Definitely. Let's see what else. Let me just give these. We're going to take this one. We got a sobriety. Now, I don't know if that applies to you or them. It could be maybe it applies to them. They may need to get sober from something. It doesn't have to be just booze, pills, drugs, all that. It could be just getting a cleaner lifestyle and focusing more on, their focus areas. It could be that, this is gambling. It could be some type of problem or addiction or just being addicted to their lifestyle in sort of a lacking energy, if that makes any sense. So that's coming out. So let's see what else. We've got healing from the past, like I said. So that pops up again. So there's healing from the past that needs to be done for both of you. It could be that you've been in this relationship so long that you forgot your other connections of the past and what they did to you and how they made you feel, and any sort of maybe baggage you might be carrying, a little bit of that. It could be also childhood stuff. So yeah, so that could be happening while, you decide to sort of move forward into a new energy for yourself. So let's see some lessons that are sort of happening here. What's a lesson for them? We've got relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Okay. The relationships that are around them currently, it could be their family. It could be their friends, may not be as beneficial as the relationships you carry on in your life, separate from the relationship that you hold with this person. I feel like they may have bad relationships. They may attract negative people, or they may be in negative relationships with other people, friends or family, like I said. It could also be that they need to learn through you and losing you to try to gain you back how much of a solid thing that they could have and how much of a solid thing they want. Okay. I feel like this is just part of life and love, that this person really needs to learn this hard lesson. Like they almost need to realize how good this is and beneficial this is for them and what they're lacking. They need to figure out what they're lacking. You can't tell them. Do you see what I'm saying? You literally have to go away and leave them with themselves so they can literally figure it out. And then for you, we've got discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So you might have put some goals off for yourself because of this relationship. You might have changed your life because of this relationship. You might have just been worried all the time about the future. Either way, what I'm getting is that you need to go forward and take the path that you maybe didn't take in the past, that you have regrets over, making yourself happy, if it's something new with a new job or schooling or something like that, and staying committed to it and staying committed to just being about yourself right now is what I'm getting. Okay. So it's not like the relationship has to be over forever, but what I'm getting is the now, because you need to go do you and really focus and be more of a whole person and more well-rounded and more disciplined and happier. That's the energy that's pushing you sort of away from this person right now. Look, we've got acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So some things too, possibly about this person, you may never be able to change about them. They may never change. They could be messy and they're never going to change. They could be bad with money and that's never going to change. They could be, very unemotional and that may never change. They could be unaffectionate. There's things about them is what I'm getting that you're not going to change them. Okay. So I feel like you will have to accept them as they are too. Whatever you couldn't accept about them, Spirit's you're going to have to accept those things if you really, really, really want to be together. And same for them with you. So if you're feeling there's things that you cannot accept, hands down, foot down, slam that foot down, you're not going to accept this, then you need to go. You need to go your separate ways and don't put any more energy into this. Okay. And that's just a very honest answer. I'm sorry to say that people, you can't change everything about somebody. Okay. So that's what this card is sort of bringing up. And Spirit's like, we're getting a little bit of that kind of controlling. I want them to be this way. I want them to behave. I want them this. I want them that. Spirit's like, no, no, no. That's not love. Okay. Love has no conditions. You can't love somebody with conditions. Okay. So acceptance. And acceptance for yourself to move into a new, bountiful, like, abundance energy. Okay, because what I'm getting is that Spirit's like, they didn't do something from the past that they regret, and now they want to do it and make their money and claim their fame. Okay, if that makes any sense. So let's get one more card to sort of close out here. And because we're talking about love, let's get one of these. Okay, so we've got ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. So going forward, you may need help with this relationship. I mean, I don't know if you've thought about it, or if this relationship is very significant to you, about getting help or support. It could be that they need to get help or support, like counseling, or it may be a message for you for that. Sometimes we have so much clutter and baggage from the past, and people and interferences and disappointments and fears and things that we suffer from, that we think we're okay, but sometimes we're not okay. And it's perfectly fine to not be okay and perfect, is what Spirit is saying. Spirit's like, you may need to get some counseling. The two of you, separate, together, however you think that it's going to work. But I hope that the messages were helpful here today. And love and light to you all. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe.